And we share with every single living creature on the face of the earth. The birds, the animals, the plants, and so forth. In the sense that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides for us life. He provides for us that which needs us to continue life. He provides for us the means by which we can propagate life, by having children and so forth. This is a general sustenance which all human beings, all living things share. But there's a specific sustenance which only those who follow the prophets of Allah and the prophets of Allah themselves have portion of, have a share of. And that is the sustenance which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides to the soul through knowledge of what are the correct beliefs, through knowledge of what is the correct way to worship Allah, and then the feeling to worship Allah and the fulfilling of that worship, through knowledge of what is the correct behavior and conduct, and likewise then therefore to instill in the human being that he should then do those correct behaviors and that correct conduct. This is a sustenance which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only gives to the prophets and to their followers. And this great blessing, of course, is the blessing of Islam. But as we cannot know of this sustenance, which is the purpose of our creation, by our own mind, or by reflection, or by engaging in some sort of spiritual activity, we need a revelation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent to us a messenger. See, humanity, human beings, in trying to see the aim of their creation and fulfilling their aim, have adopted three different types of paths, three different directions. There are those who say we can understand what is wanted of us and fulfill it by thinking. We have minds, and let us think, and let us debate, and let us investigate and try to figure that out. And these are known as the philosophers. And they try to attempt by their reasoning and their thinking to try to understand what is the purpose of their existence on earth, and what is the aim of their existence, and where are they heading after death, and why human beings should act one way and not act another way of behavior. But because the mind cannot perceive these matters, they go astray. The mind is unable to understand these matters by itself, on its own accord. A second group of people, they believe that they can understand these questions. Why we are here, where are we heading, how should we act with one another, by engaging in spiritual exercise. They say if we do certain types of worship, certain types of spiritual exercise, then our souls will become free from the chains of our bodies, and we'll be able to perceive all these matters. They will come like an inspiration or revelation to us. And these are the mystics, like the Hindus, like the Buddhists, and also amongst the community of Muslims, those who call themselves Sufis. Both ways are incorrect. The correct way is that we were sent a messenger. A man was sent to us, a human being, who would speak to us by a revelation given to him from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in general, the message of this messenger is that if you follow me and believe in what I have brought from Allah and apply that, you will go to paradise. And you will have success in this world. And if you do not believe in me, or do not apply what I have brought, you will go to hell. This is, in summary, the message of the messenger, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And so therefore, the issue of using one's reason, of using one's mind, comes in investigating whether this messenger is true or not. Whether this messenger is truly a messenger from Allah. Because for a person to say that he is a prophet or he is a messenger is only a claim. It could be true or it could be false. So therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us our intellect in order to investigate into this claim and see, is this claim a true claim and that this person is truly a messenger from Allah, or is it a false claim and this person has lied against Allah? And once you accept that the messenger of Allah is truly a messenger of Allah, then the issue of using your mind to check in the message is no longer valid. And this will come, I guess, more apparent as we continue. And likewise, the message of the messenger is not just a message which is ideas or beliefs in the mind, but also has an application. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we find telling Moses, alayhi salam, in the Quran, وَقِمَ الصَّلَاةِ لِذِكْرِي, establish the prayer for my remembrance, to remember me. In other words, that just to know these matters without applying them, without the worship, the human being, the human soul, the human mind cannot benefit from that and will forget that. So therefore the methodology of the Prophet of Allah uses the intellect in order to investigate whether that Prophet is truly from Allah. And then also has the worship in order to affirm and to root deeply in the soul and in the psyche and in the mind of the individual those truths that the Prophet came with. So it neither goes to the extreme of the philosophers, nor does it go to the extreme of the mystics. Now with that in mind, and since we understand that whoever obeys the messenger will go to paradise and whoever disobeys the messenger will go to hell, this is the meaning of our testimony. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. So let us investigate in the 20 minutes or so left some of the matters that is implied when we testify Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. When we say, I testify that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, what are some of the implications of that? The first implication is that we must understand and believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to all of humanity, indeed even the jinn. As Allah in the Quran says, in a verse in Surah Al-A'raf, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ إِنِّي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ إِلَيْكُمْ جَمِيعًا. Say, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to all of humanity, O humanity, I am the messenger of Allah for all of you. So the first matter of testifying that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the messenger of Allah is that we believe that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sent to every single human being. He was sent to the Arab and to the non-Arab. He was sent to the white and to the black. He was sent to male and he was sent to female. He was sent to the people of his time and the people of every single time till the day of judgment. And so therefore there can be no belief system except for his belief system. There can be no way to approach Allah of worship except for his way. There can be no law to govern humanity except for his law that he came with, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And this is something very important because many people, many human beings, do not know that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sent to them. You find some people who think that